Thanks to this year's CitizenCon's Talking Ship panel, it left us with a lot of new crafts to theorize about, and with IAE being right around the corner, we might not have that long to wait. The Intergalactic Aerospace Expo takes place from November 17th to the 30th at New Babbage on Microtech. The first sneak peek we had this year was a new hover bike. Multiple variants, there was a weapon on one of them, and it was only large enough to have a single seat. It appeared to have caution stripes down the side of it, making it seem rather industrial related to Argo or Drake, but Drake already has a hover bike, so they'd be out. My bet would be on Tumbril. With the newly released Tumbril Stormed Alive, it has similar caution stripes on the side of the vehicle, leading me to believe that these would be related. The Tumbril logo itself is a T instead of two brackets, which almost makes it look like a circle, and if we look at the fuselage of the blurred out vehicle, you can see a circular logo in the middle of the vehicle, which could be the Tumbril logo itself. This would add a scouting and a fast attack vehicle into the Tumbril lineup, allowing for a single pilot to explore the battlefield, pick off light targets, and report back for the Tumbril Storms and Nova tanks to come in and clear everything out. The next sneak peek was of an obvious one, as it's already been sold on concept: Origin Jump Works X1 and its variants. From left to right, it's the X1, X1 Force, the Pathfinder variant, and lastly, the X1 Velocity, or the unarmed racing variant. It almost seems like every manufacturer has some form of hover bike, and I look forward to seeing how they all compete in the verse. Next up is the RSI Ursa Rover. The Ursa's turret is either missing or in a down position, leading some people to believe that this would be a racing variant. If so, I'd expect them to add some sort of spoiler or a small body paneling to indicate as such. Seeing as the silhouette looks the same as the normal Ursa, my bet would be on a medical variant. Expecting this thing to have a tier 3 medical bed and possibly a tractor beam in place of its turret to allow for easy pickup of patients and returning them to larger ships such as the RSI Apollo or Galaxy. If RSI does release a medical version of the Ursa Rover, it would make RSI the manufacturer for medical rescue gameplay altogether. The next sneak peek was of a support shuttle made by Argo. With CIG working so much on modularity recently, it's possible that this ship would be a frame for whatever you would like to attach to it. From cargo, transport boxes, vehicles, or even a small construction yard, this vehicle truly could do it all. It's even possible that one day this vehicle will replace the MPUV series of ships such as the Argo Cargo and Argo Personnel to have one ship capable of doing anything. I'd still love if one day Argo made a capital ship that supported many of these little vehicles, allowing them to dock, similar to the Predwin from Fallout 4. The next vessel we have to look at is an unannounced ship that gives us a lot of room to speculate on. A lot of early reactions believe this to be a new ship by RSI. By its silhouette and similar lines to the Zeus Mark II and the RSI Galaxy, I can see that being a thing. My opinion, however, is that CIG are looking to fill out each manufacturer's fleet in both size and class of ships. As such, I believe this thing to be a smaller size ship, and with RSI already having the Aurora and its variants, I think it would compete directly with that ship already. My hope is that CIG are working with so many Crusader ships currently that this could be the downstream work to develop that style. A smaller starter size ship made by Crusader would be amazing for newer players who want to adopt that manufacturer. The silhouette has thrusters on the side of the ship that appear to be in a VTOL-like configuration, allowing for vertical takeoff and landings of the ship more easily. This is very similar to the C1 and C2 series of ships made by Crusader, where the wings are able to fold to allow for this kind of maneuverability. Crusader has always been very good at making ships larger than they need to be for their size. Therefore, I believe this would be a perfect small class ship from Crusader Industries. Another possible manufacturer for the ship could be Aegis, with rear thrusters in a VTOL-like position similar to the concept in Nautilus, as well as an open frame that looks similar to the Eclipse and Saber Raven. It's possible that Aegis has a new ship they want to bring to the field. One last theory, and a wild card at that, would be of an evolution of a newer ship manufacturer, Krueger Intergalactic. Krueger is best known for making the P-52 Merlin and P-72 Archimedes. With these vessels being snubcrafts to the RSI Constellation series of ships, this theory could even hold more water, because Krueger would have worked with RSI and picked up on certain design notes making their vessels look somewhat similar. RSI could have even helped to make them create their first fully capable spacecraft. This would be a ship I'd love to see come to life in the verse. Up next, we have what's obviously an oversized Fury. Jokes aside, I think this thing is alien in nature. With the current PTE build of the game having references to aliens and not to buy alien ships over human manufacturers, I think this is the next concept ship that we'll see here next week. I believe the pylons on the front of the ship to be the wings folded forward to allow the craft to land more easily. The thrusters on the rear of the ship look similar to the Fury or the Cartual, allowing the ship to have superior maneuverability. I believe this to be a medium-class ship that will compete for people's daily driver, but from an alien manufacturer. The 7th ship shown off is the Anvil Legion, a ship that's been sold at concept and finally seeing the light of day. A dropship capable of handling anything, from landing in hot zones to forcing its way through airlocks via a hacking mechanism that will open up the doors directly. Next up is the RSI Zeus Mark II, the new medium-sized ship from RSI to rival ships like the Freelancer, Cutlass Black, and C1 Spirit. The medium-sized ships are meta for all-rounders, for daily drivers, for people looking to get into light combat, bunker missions, vehicle mining, or even moving cargo. The Zeus will have 3 variants that all specialize in something different, and will be a lovely addition to the game. Ninth on our list is a familiar ship that we already know and love, the Aegis Retaliator. Announced in a weekly update by CAG, this ship will be at the forefront of modularity. The Retaliator is listed as having 2 modularity zones, one in the front of the ship and one in the back. You can build these zones into whatever you would like. From cargo transport to troop transport or even personal habs, you can mix and match these zones to make it the perfect ship for you and your needs. Lastly, the RSI Polaris, one of the largest ships to be coming to the verse. The Polaris is a nimble Corvette-class capital ship that packs a powerful punch with a full armament of turrets and torpedoes. Intended for use both as a naval patrol ship and to serve as a flagship for militia operations, the Polaris has a capacity to perform search and rescue operations, light strike missions, and general security patrols. The Polaris includes the facilities to repair, rearm, and refuel a single fighter, a light bomber, or a support ship. Thanks to the Talking Ship program this year at CitizenCon, it's been confirmed that all of these 10 ships will be coming to the live game within the next 12 months. I look forward to seeing all these ships in the verse, and look forward to everything else they'll have concepted in the next years to come. Thanks for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe for more Star Citizen content. If you're just getting into Star Citizen, feel free to use my referral code down below or use a friend's code. Just don't miss out on that sweet Alpha UEC. Grey Fox, going dark.